Hey guys, in this video we're going to go over how you can use these AI tools as a business or as an accountant to basically save hundreds of hours in invoice management, right? So we are Tailride and we have multiple tools that can save you a lot of time if you handle lots of invoices, you handle lots of receipts, which basically happens if you are a business or an accountant, right? So we have multiple tools which we group in different features, right? These features are basically inbox scanning, which is anything related to automating invoices and receipts from your emails. Then we have the online portals, which is anything related to extracting invoices from portals such as Amazon, such as Meta, such as Google, basically portals that don't usually send these invoices to your email, and you have to download them manually from these portals. Then we have the integrations. Integrations basically is what we use after we have already extracted all the invoices, all the receipts. We have to forward this information somewhere, because obviously if we only extract information and then we don't use it, it's useless. So we have to actually forward this to an accounting software, or maybe something like Google Drive, something like Google Sheets, in which we can then do something with this information, right? These are the integrations. Then we have the AI processing. The AI processing basically is what we use to extract all the information from these documents, right? Because these documents contain the amount of the payment, they contain the vendor, they contain the line items, and this way, if we can extract all this information from the documents, then we can already forward this information to our accounting software or anything that we want to use to work with this information, right? Usually how this happens is our accountant, if we are a business, or maybe ourselves, if we are accountants, we have to manually process these invoices one by one and extract all the information in these invoices, which is obviously a waste of time, right? And then last, we have the reconciliation, which basically helps us compare what we have in terms of invoices and documents versus our payments or transactions in the bank, right? And this is a very time-consuming step, which we have to do each month or maybe each quarter to make sure that we actually have our accounts are in order, right? So we're going to go over these tools and we're going to show you how you can use Tailride to automate each of these different tasks and what it can do for you, right? First feature, inbox scanning, right? We can extract invoices from any email. It doesn't matter if it's a Gmail account, if it's an Outlook account, if it's any email server, your own email server. We can use our IMAP connector for that and basically extract any invoice from this email, right? So basically what we extract from these emails are not only, for example, PDF attachments. We also handle images attached to the emails. We also handle images that are embedded on the email. We also handle URLs that are on the body of the email, which basically take us to download the invoice, right? Obviously, if that is not behind a login, okay? And then we also handle receipts and invoices which are directly on the email body, right? So we handle all types of invoices, and we can basically intelligently differentiate between things that are invoices and things that are not invoices, or things that are receipts, things that are not receipts, right? We don't have we have a very high accuracy. As you can see here, we are more than 99% accurate, and obviously you can, as you will see later, customize what type of documents we can process for you, right? If you maybe only want to handle invoices and you want to forget about receipts, we can do that for you. If you want to handle only receipts, we can do that for you. And basically, you can customize how this works, right? This is what I was saying before. We can scan PDF invoice attachments, image attachments, email body invoices, URL invoices from any language, and we also verify these senders to make sure that there are no scams, right? So as I was saying, we have the Gmail extractor, you have the Outlook extractor, and then we have the email extractor, which will work with any kind of email server, right? So also, basically, once you connect your email account to Tailride, basically all new incoming invoices will be extracted automatically, right? So you don't actually have to do anything. But let's put in the case that you wanted to extract all your email invoices for 2025, right? I want to catch up on all the documents I have on my email for this full year. So basically, we have this tool, which is a retroactive scanner, which will basically handle all the invoices for you, right? If you want, you can select what's a period of time that you want to analyze. For example, as I was saying, from January 2025 into, I don't know, July 2025, then we can extract all these invoices from you, and we do it very fast in probably less than 10 minutes. So you can catch up on your expenses, you can catch up on all these documents that you are missing, and do your taxes on time, right? And on the other side, if you just don't want to extract your past invoices, you can just connect your accounts and let us extract all the new incoming invoices. Then to the second feature, we have the online portals, which basically will extract invoices from your portals, which don't send invoices into your email, right? So each month we have to go to Amazon and we have to click into download invoice or into download receipt. Same for Meta, which basically has thousands of invoices if you spend big on their platform, right? And this is a complete waste of time. So how do we handle this? We have a Chrome extension, which basically will allow you to click on the portal that you want to extract invoices and receipts for, and we will do it for you, right? So how this works is you don't actually need to provide us with your credentials, so we can then download the invoices for you. Basically, we use the session that it's already on your browser and it's already authenticated, and we will basically scrape the invoices from you and send it into your Tailride account, right? So they will get processed and they will get organized just as the invoices that were extracted from your email, right? So you're going to ask which online portals are supported. Basically, we have the full list here, right? We have the most common ones: Amazon, AWS, Stripe, Meta, Google Ads, Adobe, and well, basically all the portals that you can see here. And obviously we are always adding new ones. So if there's some portal that's not here and that you need, you can request to it and we will add it into the roadmap, right? And the same happens with online portals. You can retroactively scan your invoices by selecting the range of dates that you want the invoices to be extracted from, right? Going to the third feature, we have the integrations, right? Basically, these are the tools to which we can send all this information, right? We have QuickBooks, which is basically a really well-known accounting software, and we can automatically create bills and expenses with all the information on QuickBooks for you, right? We can have, you can see here everything that we sent into QuickBooks, the line items, the tax information, what the vendor is. We have your chart of accounts to intelligently create the expenses and bills, payment terms, the attachments, the currencies, well, basically everything, right? Same happens with Xero. You can use our Xero account integration, and we can create bills in your Xero account from all the documents that Tailride has extracted automatically, right? Um, Also, we have this Google Drive organizer. Basically, you can automatically create your invoices upload your invoices on Google Drive, right? And basically, we will organize them for you. We will upload them and organize them for you. We can organize them by date, by provider, by just a flat single folder, by provider and then date, by date and provider, and always we are adding new organization methods, right? We also have a Google Sheets integration, and we can forward all the information that's extracted from inside the invoice into Google Sheets, right? So you could have, for example, each line would be a different document, and you'd have the vendor, the amount, the line items, everything structured into Google Sheets, which then this data can be treated by your accountant or by you if you want to, for example, create an automatic P&L or something like that, right? You also have lots of more integrations, and you can just go here to tailride.so / integrations, and you can see all the integrations that we have here, right? Then AI processing, right? I was talking before about how we actually extract all the information from these documents. So we use an OCR obviously to extract all the text information from the document itself, but then we have to use AI to extract the structured data, right? We want to know what the amount is. We want to know what the currency is. We want to know what the tax is. We want to know who, I don't know, what the bank account of the vendor is. We have more than 100 fields that basically will work for all the invoices, and we will have the same data for each document that we've processed, right? This is basically some of the fields, some of the most important fields that we extract from invoices: the invoice name, the invoice number, the date, the amount, the tax, the payment terms, the currency, all these things that we extract from every invoice. And I was saying we can basically process any document in any language, because obviously we use AI and we use an OCR that can handle lots and lots of languages. And then the last feature would be reconciliation, right? We have, on one side, we usually have our bank statements, which are a list of the transactions from our bank. And then we have all these invoices that Tailride has extracted for us, right? Invoices, receipts, maybe purchase orders, I don't know, any type of document that you want us to process. But then we have to kind of match them, because obviously we want to know if we are missing any invoices from the transactions, or maybe we just want to see if we can match all the invoices that we currently have on our account, if they have been, if they are actually expenses on our bank account, right? So how this works is basically we have this bank statement processor, which will handle any bank statement format in PDF, maybe CSV, and this will extract all the transactions, all the debits, all the credits from your statement. And then what we'll do is it will match all the transactions to your invoices in your account, right? So basically we are very accurate in matching all these transactions, and we will find which invoices you are missing, so you can go and basically go and extract this invoice manually, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a lost invoice, maybe you have to ask someone to send it over. But yeah, usually when you live in Europe, you'll need a document for each of the transactions that you have on your bank account, if you want them to be expenses that can be officially reimbursed for tax purposes, right? So these are all the tools that we currently have on Tailride. We are adding a ton of new AI tools every week, so you can automate further your accounting as a business, as an accountant. And basically we encourage you to go here at tailride.so, try any of these tools. It's free to try. You don't have to. You basically can just create an account very easily and try any of these tools, and let us make an impression upon you, so you can actually test it and see how much time we can actually save you. So basically go to tailride.so, click here on get started, then you can create a free account as a business, as an accountant, and test this. See you in the next video.